Happy Halloween, Gothamites. Welcome back to Batman Arkham Knight.
Scum out there on the streets will do everything in their power to make sure it stays that way. Now, you all had your chance to evacuate. You all made your choices. You have my word that each and every one of you will be commended when this is over. But the work starts now. Priority one, we're here to save lives, and it starts with the lives of your fellow officers right here at this precinct. I want a minimum of 4 guys on the roof at all times, and a 6-man element patrolling the perimeter. We keep this building locked down. The only people who get in or out are our guys and the Batman. Now, those punks out there think they own this city, and as things stand, they're right. We're outnumbered, outgunned, and understaffed. But if we work smart, we'll get through this and take back the city piece by piece. We have outlying patrols searching for Scarecrow in Bristol, Kingston, Drescher, Otisburg, and Port Adams. We got a half-dozen choppers patrolling the skies, but make no mistake, we are not in control. Until we know what we're dealing with out there, until we have a solid lead on Scarecrow, our priority is to dig in here and look out for our own. Any questions? Okay, I'm gonna run through this.
Can I just say that the men and women of GCPD are probably insane? I mean, considering everything that's going on, they're still here and they're still doing their job. Oh, it's wonderful.
Screw you. Damn bureaucrats. We're on our own.
We can handle it, Jim. What's the latest?
We've got incidents cropping up all over the city. Cash, give us a rundown.
All right, let's see. First up, we've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17. We've got their last known coordinates, but they're not going to survive out there on their own for long. Then there's this. It's a strange one. Body turned up. We didn't have long to look before the evacuation, but the forensics boys seemed freaked out. Real nasty. Also, we've had several sightings of the Riddler creeping around the train yard. Knowing that guy, he's got to be up to no good.
Look, I know you're busy, but anything you can do to help is going to save lives.
Don't worry, Jim. I have someone working a lead on Scarecrow. I'll see what I can do.
Good to hear. I've got a skeleton crew searching Gotham South and West. I'm gonna join him when I'm done here. We're gonna find that son of a bitch. Fernandez, it's Gordon. Give me an update.
So this is our introduction to the Mission Select Wheel, aka the Most Wanted. These are all of our side quests, and this game's pretty packed with side quests. I will be getting all of them, and for now, this video is going to be all about the side questing.
Fire crew.
Good luck out there, Batman.
Never seen him up close before.
After you finish searching the docks, I want
And so yeah, we're going to find the fire crew, we're going to investigate that body, and we'll figure out whatever the Riddler's up to this time around.
Poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able to live with himself when he finds out what he did in that diner.
He's gonna lose his badge for sure.
Owens is a good cop, lives for the job. He don't deserve this.
This is the cop we were playing as in the prologue in the diner, so it's probably understandable that he's a little... yeah.
Still no sign of the preacher. No records, nothing. Something tells me he won't stay hidden for long.
For the Lord hath designed a most cruel and dark place. Yes, he has. It's where we put the heathen, the guilty men and women, in his pavilion of pain, where lakes of fire burn and hot coals fall as hailstones from a black sky. You see, Gotham's days are numbered. I've seen it. He's shown it to me. He's shown me the fire. He's shown me the bodies writhing in flames. 'Cause that's what's waiting for you. You who don't accept me into your hearts. I am the messenger of truth. For the Lord hath anointed me with his sacred oil. He hath separated me above all others, and promised me and my children their rightful place in the new kingdom. That's right. You will be made princes of all the earth. Amen.
Blackfire's sermons are getting worse. He's not waiting for Armageddon. He's bringing it. And I'm gonna be right there when he does.
What are you doing here, Ryder?
Hey, how's my favorite masked vigilante? One of those nights, huh?
You shouldn't be in the city.
Bet you're wondering about the tape. I'll let you in on the action if you promise to keep me in the loop. What do you say?
It's not safe. You should have left with the evacuation.
And missed the biggest story of the year? Hell, the century. This is it. My chance to get back on top. Quid pro quo, Batman. What's the latest on Scarecrow? Any leads?
Stay out of trouble.
Hey, I try. Trouble always finds me.
Tape 8, October 15th.
So Jack Ryder here is up to something. Pretty much every time we're directed to come back to the police station, he'll have something new to show us with this Deacon Blackfire. So I'll make a point of coming by and making sure that I'm getting everything out of that. It does have a payoff later.
Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip. You broke my wrist for nothing!
Well, that's not true. It made me feel better.
You and all your friends!
Batman, just want to say it's good to have you on board.
Before we leave, there is one more thing to see here. The infirmary here it won't be staffed too much, but it does go to show that the police here are not doing too hot. You may have noticed the maximum capacity board on either side of the cells here. Before the end of the game, that will be at 100%. We are going to get pretty busy.
This thing's had a serious upgrade. Air support saw it turn into some kind of tank. Nice.
Don't get too close. He's here. Back up.
All the police are admiring the wheels, and really, who can blame them? The Batmobile is pretty snazzy.
Good evening, Mr. Wayne. I hope the car's performing to your high expectations.
Actually, Lucius, he's a little sluggish.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. Give me a few moments, and I'll bring the afterburner function online.
Thanks, Lucius. It was good of you to stay behind.
You want to thank me, Mr. Wayne? Just try not to hurl off the road. I should have some more upgrades ready soon.
So Lucius Fox, this marks his first time appearing in the game, in a game, I believe. He's pretty handy to have around. He's sort of Bruce Wayne's toy maker. There's a environmental takedown for you whenever the Batmobile's around.
The cowards quaking behind
Riddler, tell me what you know.
All right, I'll talk. Just don't hurt me.
Good.
The Riddler thugs are back in the same capacity as they were from Arkham City, in which, well, you'll have to hunt them down in order to get a few riddles here and there.
And when the dawn comes, when Gotham lies in ruin, and I turn my gaze to the world beyond, the legend of the Batman will be worth nothing at all.
I don't mean to talk over Scarecrow, but he talks a lot.
Think he's had enough?
Not by a long shot. He's right, Mr. Fireman. Please, no more. You know, I got a lot of respect for firemen. Rushing into burning buildings, rescuing kids from trees. Yeah, you guys are straight up heroes. Say it.
Say what?
Say I'm a hero.
I'm a hero.
You don't sound like a hero. Louder!
I'm a hero.
Come on! Convince us!
I'm a hero.
That's more like it. Now I'm convinced. Roach, show Mr. Fireman what we do to heroes.
Better yet, show me.
Oh!
So I will get a chance to show off a environmental takedown this time around. You'll see this electrical box right here. Usually you may see something, anytime you see that blue outline, that means you can do one of the environmental takedowns. They're not always the easiest to set up, but they're usually worthwhile. Yeah, that guy's probably dead.
Batman. God, it's really you.
What happened here?
Our truck was attacked. Riders dragged us out one by one. We were separated, taken away. Please, they're gonna kill us.
I'll save your crew. Wait here. I'll get a GCPD officer to pick you up.
This seems like a good enough time to go ahead and look at the level up bit. The level up system has changed a bit. No longer is it 1 point for one upgrade. There's quite a few things to upgrade, and a lot of them cost different Wayne Tech upgrade point values. Right now we have 3 points, which I'm going to go ahead and unlock Critical Strikes, which is, well, pretty much essential. And the rest of my points, for now, I think I'm going to put most of them into Batmobile weapons, because, well, we're going to be using this thing a lot. So first off, I'm going to go for the reload speed, and I'll probably be doing a lot of this upgrading off-screen from here on. But yes, there are a lot of upgrades. We haven't seen all of them yet, but I probably won't even be getting all of them, because some of them are kind of garbage. But that's okay. The game also mentions expansion missions at this point, but none of them are unlocked just yet. We'll go ahead and take a look at this serial, whatever, something here?
Someone killed, mutilated, and posed a body on Merchant Bridge. If I'm going to stop it, then I need to investigate the crime scene for clues.
We'll go ahead and look at our own personal Buffalo Bill setup here.
Alfred, I found the mutilated body Cash was talking about. I'm going to try and establish a cause of death. Blood tests reveal the cause of death was an overdose of painkillers leading to cardiac arrest. Also, the victim's fingerprints have been burned off with acid.
A rather unsavory demise.
That's not all. It's as though the subject's DNA has been corrupted somehow. There's insufficient information for me to cross-reference the database. I'll have to use the deep tissue scanner to analyze the body for distinguishing features and determine the victim's identity.
Right you are, sir.
So this one's fairly simple. Essentially, you have to look all over this body at 3 different layers of tissue and look for something that's maybe highlighted and sticks out, and scan it in.
Deformity on the left ear. Looks like a result of minor ear agenesis, a birth defect.
And he is comparing this against the entire missing persons database, so I guess a lot of these things don't seem to narrow them down so much. But we'll get there.
A wedding ring in the lower intestine. The inscription reads, Ophelia.
You would think somebody swallowing a wedding ring and having it stick there for a while might stick out, but what do I know? I'm not the world's greatest detective.
The victim had a hip replacement. Scar tissue hasn't fully healed, so it must have been recent. Alfred, the victim's name is Anthony Lund. Hospital records show he suffered with alcoholism, most probably brought on by the breakdown of his marriage. The name on the ring, Ophelia, his ex-wife. He was last seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's unusual is that they didn't go missing in Gotham. They were brought here and killed. Why? We need to track down whoever did this.
Might I suggest keeping an ear out for any more of that ghastly opera music? It sounds ominously like a calling card.
So we'll be running into a few more of those as the night goes on, because of course we will. We have one more thing to check out for now, and
Going to the train yard. Enigma's planning something. He always is.
We'll go ahead and track down the Riddler, find out what exactly he's got in store for us. It is Batmobile specific, so make sure you bring your overtuned toy with you. Also, pretty much any cars you see on the road that aren't police vehicles, Yeah, feel free to go ahead and wreck them.
Riddler.
Talk. Sure, whatever you say.
We're done.
Of course, some of these vehicles can be pretty tough to track down, but that's a feature, not a bug. So I mentioned that these tires don't seem to kill anybody, but I'm pretty sure the fall will probably not do that guy any good.
Why, hello there, Detective. Yes, it's me, your most feared nemesis, the Riddler. Congratulations are in order, for you have arrived early for this, the next generation of my riddles. I'm afraid the full particulars of my plan will have to remain unannounced for the time being, but I see no harm in rewarding the harmless little glimmer of initiative you have shown with a sneak peek, a preview, if you will, of the kind of conundrum I have in store.
I gotta tell you, I like the characterization of the Riddler in this game a lot more than I liked his character in Arkham City. He is magnificent.
Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring, with stupefied incomprehension, at a mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you the decrypted code, Dark Knight. Oh, but first, I think we should run through the ground rules for tonight's festivities. Rule the first. You will address me at all times as Riddler, the Riddler, or Mr. Nigma, sir. Otherwise, Detective, I expect your patented brand of churlish silence. Rule the second. All gauntlets, cowl-integrated microphones, and other communications devices, bat-themed or otherwise, are to be switched off prior to the start of the test. Should you be caught using any of these, you will be expelled from the course. Rule the third. The use of purpose-built riddle-solving equipment is strictly prohibited. I am familiar with the contents of your utility belt, Detective, and I will be evaluating any sudden additions over the course of this evening most suspiciously. Rule the fourth. In the event of fire or flood, I will be on hand to guide you to the nearest emergency exit. Assuming, that is, you are not too proud to follow my advice. In that eventuality, we will consider your stubbornly prideful suicide an admission of defeat. Rule the fifth. Do not ask for clues. Rule the sixth. Should I, in my exasperation, choose to provide you with a clue, hint, obliquely meaningful insult, or any other form of assistance, you will not ask for further elucidation, but instead thank me for my kind generosity, whilst adhering to the forms of address outlined in the very first rule. Rule the seventh. Bathroom breaks will be administered on a discretionary basis. Should we find ourselves at a pivotal moment in your arduous journey to self-realization and defeat, I expect you to hold it in. Rule the eighth. Any accidents resulting from my strict enforcement of the seventh rule are to be considered your fault entirely. Rule the ninth. You are required to recite back to me this full list of rules at any moment I request. Again, keeping in mind the naming conventions I outlined in the very first rule. Rule the 10th. I, the Riddler/Mr. Nigma, sir, reserve the right to add or announce further rules if and when they become necessary. Yes, I know what you're thinking, Detective. Mr. Nigma, sir, knows how to meticulously structure a good time. In any case, Detective, I'm getting rather tired of the way your stupidity forces me to outline the basics like this. So here's that code you've been waiting for. Let's see how long it takes for you to figure What? How did you solve tonight's very first riddle? Well done.
Did I mention I love the Riddler this time around?
Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test. Be ready, Dark Knight. There's more to this test than just going vroom, vroom, really fast.
These racetracks are all pretty fun. and I think I'm going to keep quiet for most of them.
Tick-tock, detective, tick-tock.
Aside from a little bit, they do require you to kind of think on your feet and activate these Riddler blockades at the right times. And with every lap, they do get more complicated, so thinking on your feet gets a little bit harder as you go along.
Faster, Dark Knight, faster! Can those flickering, fulgurating synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course?
I'm disabling the Afterburner's failsafe. I need the extra speed.
I'm shocked, Dark Knight. Is that really as fast as it goes? Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours. Once more onto the track, Dark Knight. Once more! Now pay attention, detective. Go left. You're close, detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble now. Congratulations, detective. You have defeated me. Seriously, Dark Knight, I'm stunned, humiliated, utterly bested. Time I gave up, I think. Why don't you head on your way?
After you finish one of the Riddler's racetracks, you will run into a AR challenge, which has you try to beat the specified time on the hardest configuration. And some of these get pretty tough, especially considering this one only gives you 42 seconds. Now, if you complete it within the time frame, you do get an upgrade point, so they're always worth doing. Some of them get pretty frustrating, though. The time limits aren't exactly generous either. The game does have a built-in challenge system where if you do well enough in a challenge, for instance this one says every second under 42 seconds, you get what's called head-to-head points. And those head-to-head points are what are used online to kind of compare your ranking against the rest of the world. The more head-to-head points you have, well, the more objectively better you are at this game.
Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight. You sweet, naive sentinel. Of course it wouldn't. Still, thanks to your unrelenting desire to showboat, I now have several hundred terabytes worth of performance data relating to that latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. Naturally, I shall be using this data to calibrate further challenges and trials. I'll see you soon, Detective. There's a lot more to come.
I can't help but find it hypocritical that the Riddler talks about an unrelenting need to showboat, but you know, that's fine. That's his prerogative. Anyway, we have taken care of all of the current missions we can. So we'll have to go ahead and get back to our main objective. These expansion missions, the Season of Infamy, these are based on your main mission percentage. So for now, we'll just have to keep doing the main mission.
I'm heading to the clock tower to see what Oracle's found on Scarecrow's toxin.
Let's hope it's good news, sir.
I just love breaking cars. It makes me happy.
You said you were getting the smokes. That's the whole reason we raided that damn place.
So, welcome to the clock tower. There are quite a few things to see in here, especially since Oracle spends a lot of time here. But, most of them we'll see over time. At the moment, there are not too many things we can take a look at.
Identity confirmed.
We'll be coming back here a few times, but there's always neat things to find in here, and it's kind of like the diner from the beginning. It's a treasure trove of neat things.
Do I come in the Batcave, start messing with all your stuff?
You've managed to reduce the compound to its core elements.
But there's nothing in there that we can trace.
What if we'd been looking at this the wrong way? Instead of searching for the toxin, what if we focus on the manufacturing process?
Why didn't I see this? The reaction emits a unique radiation spike.
Run a scan of the city for this energy signature. It will show where Scarecrow is creating his fear toxin.
It'll take a few hours to bring the satellites into position.
We don't have enough time. I'll repurpose the antenna at the movie studios.
Bruce, I spoke to Dad. I hate lying to him. He'd kill me if he knew I was still in the city. He still blames himself for this.
We'll stop Scarecrow.
Can I just point out that poster on the wall, the Ghost in Grey? That is a really neat reference to the Grey Ghost, I think it was, which was a very influential cartoon from Batman's childhood.
Thank God. What can I do?
Get your men ready. Soon as we've got a location, I'll let you know.
All right.
And so we have somewhere else to go, and one of the things that's always a little you could ask about this game is whether it's faster to glide somewhere or whether it's faster to drive somewhere. I believe it's faster to drive the majority of the time, but it's not always necessary. Sometimes maybe you just want to fly. I mean, it has been a while. This area is always so neat. Do you hear that?
You thought me gone, didn't you, Batman? Lost in the waters beneath Arkham. But like all submerged, forgotten fears, eventually I returned.
Alfred, I found another body. The mutilation pattern looks to be identical to the previous murder victim.
Then it appears Gotham does indeed have a serial killer in its midst. And here I was thinking this evening couldn't get any worse.
I'm going to scan the body for unique identifiers. Scar tissue on the upper arm. I recognize the pattern. 20 years ago, this was a badge of honor among inmates at Blackgate Penitentiary. A small group of racketeers known as the Bloodhaven Six.
If they were the Bloodhaven 6, wouldn't that kind of narrow it down more than 1,659 matches?
Remnants of a pacemaker fitted through the right ventricle. If I cross-reference the manufacturer with the pacing method, it will help to narrow the search.
But, you know, again, what do I know? I'm not the world's greatest detective. Yeah, whatever.
Clear signs of bone deformation on the victim's knee. Joint line sclerosis points to juvenile arthritis, a rare and debilitating condition. Alfred, I've ID'd the victim as Franklin Accardo.
His records are a litany of drug-related offenses, sir. In and out of prison from an early age. He was serving a 20-year sentence at Blackgate before being released early on grounds of ill health due to a heart condition. He moved to Little Rock, Arkansas, which is where he was reported missing.
Another person taken from outside the Gotham area.
A significant detail, sir.
So are these words written beside the bodies. Try and find a connection between the two victims I've found, Alfred. There has to be something linking them together.
I'll try my best, sir.
That'll be it for this time. So, for now, well, good night, Gotham.